going to be a brief video because I really, really hated the movie that I saw, and I don't really want to talk about it because it should be obvious why this is terrible, and I really don't understand why people think this movie is great, and I'm baffled, and but I also don't want to read anyone's opinions on this movie because I'm just so baffled by how much I hated it. This would be Paul Verhoeven's Elle, which Isabelle Huppert is probably going to win an Oscar for because, look at the statistics of how many times women have won Oscars for being raped. It's, a really shockingly high percentage of Oscar-winning female performances because, women can only give complicated, complex performances if they're being fucking raped. Like, that's, okay. And it's supposed to be subversive, but it's not. It's subversive because the character's an asshole and everyone else is an asshole, but that doesn't actually make a movie subversive. It doesn't. One. Two, I want to know if anyone who's ever actually been raped managed to get through this movie without vomiting. And if so, and wrote, and actually, so like, this is a great compassionate look at rape. I would like to know that because I don't think it was a great compassionate look at rape. I think it was it was like everything that you think would be in a pulp novel about rape put in there, but then because the woman's not like a fair, virtuous maiden or whatever, and she's just an asshole, suddenly it's subversive. No, and then it has the gall to also include like child murder in here. So basically everything that's in this movie is reprehensible, and because it's not moralized, that makes it subversive also. And no, you can present something and not make it moralistic and also not be a piece of shitty pulp exploitation, which is what I felt like this. This is a shitty 70s rape revenge exploitation film dressed up in a French dressing to make it look like it's an art house film, and it's not. And because you have Huppert and everyone fucking loses their shit over her, it's like she, paints it with snowflakes and makes it something special, when in really it's disgusting. And it's based on a novel by a man, written, screenplay by a man, produced by men, directed by men, and all of that. You have Huppert coming through it, and so she makes it not a bunch of horrible male fantasy because she's such a strong auteur. That's a load of horse shit. She's a great actress. She deserves better roles than this piece of shit film. Piece of shit film. And I'm glad that it didn't make it to the Academy Award because less people will see it, and that's good. I wish I hadn't seen this movie. I feel like a worse person for having seen this movie. Like, I'm crying right now because I hated it so much, and so many people that I know loved it, and I almost don't want to be their friend anymore because I don't understand what in this movie made them like it. Like, it makes me want to vomit. That's how much I didn't like this movie. Anyway. Oh, I guess it's a great piece of art because it pushed buttons that made me want to vomit. I don't think so. I don't think I've hated a movie this much in a long, long time, and I probably should have waited before I made this video because I clearly haven't worked through how much I hated this movie. I have a lot of thoughts, but mostly, I fucking hated this movie. I do not think it does anything for women. I do not think it does anything subversive about the amount of violence that women face every fucking day. And the fact that it's being so praised by people just makes me think, you can praise this movie and in the same breath try to end violence towards women? I don't understand what kind of cognitive dissonance you have to think that you can have something like this and praise something like this, and at the same time wish you lived in a world where women weren't afraid to walk around at night. Because this kind of shit is what makes it so that women still feel scared to walk around at night or to live fucking home alone. Oh, okay, and then on top of all of that, I am goddamn sick of movies with women owning cats that clearly don't know how women are who own cats and have never shown them. I know there's some cognitive dissonance for you that I'm got all upset about rape, and now I'm talking about women owning cats, but as a cat owner, it pisses me off that they never fucking show women actually hanging out with the cats that they own. The only movie I can think of that really showed a woman owning a cat well was While You Were Sleeping, where she like has him chips her Oreo and her cat's milk. That was a good moment. I'm gonna go back to talking about how much I hated this movie. I hated this movie. I'll probably think through it a little bit more and a few more, and have more to say, but like, it's not subversive to have a woman filled with internalized misogyny working at a video game company that's also filled with misogyny be raped and then exact revenge by also simultaneously psychologically damaging her son for the rest of his life. That's not subversive. That's just trash. And that's how I feel. And I don't even know if I want to talk to anybody who liked this movie because I don't understand how you can say it's not trash. That's how I feel. And I'm going to go drink some tea and try to never think about this movie ever again because I hate it so fucking much. Have a nice day.